Hi, my name is Gabby. I wanted to do a video to introduce myself and kind of what my goals are here. My YouTube and really all my social media is dedicated to my life, my adventures as an over-the-road truck driver, my adventures in weight loss, which has been quite an adventure for probably at least the last 5 years, and only really seeing headway the last maybe year where it's really taken off. And I think where I've seen it take off is where I've really started to get dedicated with it. Nothing pushed me more than actually seeing the needle move. And it's not really so much about the weight loss as it is a mind, body, soul transformation, where I'm just learning so much that I didn't realize I didn't know before. You're told chicken and rice, but I hear people talk about macros, and I didn't really understand what that was, and now I'm learning and fully understanding how fully I wasn't eating right, and I wish I knew the things that I knew now before. But all we can do is be better once we know better, and that's what I'm trying to do for myself. As far as eating better is, I know better, so I'm trying as hard as I can to do better. Exercising is a little bit harder because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is now PMOS. I don't fully remember the acronym for that yet because it just changed. But with having PMOS and being an over-the-road truck driver, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired all the time lately. And then I don't know if it's the fact that I'm in a calorie deficit as well. I mean, that could have something to do with it. The fact that I'm not, calories equal energy, and I'm just tired as well from not having, the amount of calories my body is used to. But I'm just so tired lately as well. So I'm trying to fight through that and get my exercise in. But I'm really happy because the last 2 days I was able to get two exercise days in a row, and so that's something that I'm happy for, because it's not the norm that I can do that. So yay. And consistency is key in anything, even if it's a little bit. Moving your body, staying dedicated to what I'm doing is the key for what I need to do to move forward in my goals. And just being open, honest, and transparent with where I'm at. I currently weigh, and this makes me so happy to say, because it's different than the last time I got a driver's license, which was recent, in the last year. I currently weigh 218 pounds. My mini goal weight is 215 pounds, so I'm really close. I couldn't be more happy about that. My major goal is 180 pounds, but my next mini goal is 215 pounds, which I'm really close to. So excited. I just have to the food I have down. I mean, there might be days where I'm outside of my macros. Now that I know what macros are, I mean, I was already doing, recently, following the protein, fat, carbohydrates, and trying to keep things under. But I didn't understand the term macros until recently, which still boggles my mind. If I was taught this earlier, I wouldn't be where I am now. But anyways, that's besides the point. I want to keep going from that. the food I have down. I have a perfect understanding of that. Well, as perfect from where I am now, understanding of that. And that's huge in itself. So, I mean, it's to the point where I want to create an Excel spreadsheet of where all my food lands in regards to carbohydrates going down. So I know that before I eat it. And it makes it easier for me. But anyways, the thing I struggle with is exercise. My struggle is, one, being able to do it in a place where I'm able to take a shower as well. Because sometimes, you know, being a truck driver, I have to sleep overnight at certain places and I don't have a shower. So that's one thing. And so I can get around that. If I get some, you know, baby wipes, I think I can get around that one and I'll be okay. Or, you know, a washcloth. And I'm just thinking out loud because I feel like I find these excuses to not exercise when I'm tired. And I need to work around that and not do that. So maybe a washcloth and be able to, you know, still fix myself up that way. But the one thing I can't get around is when I'm parked, you know, somewhere I don't think is safe. And I think that's where my line's going to be in regards to exercise. But anything else, I'm going to do at least some sort of exercise every day. And I'm going to try to make, I'm not going to try. I'm going to make consistency key. So the last 2 days were exercising, you know, it's something every day. You know, the day before was weights. Yesterday was 30 minutes of walking. So I figured 30 minutes of walking now is equal to about a mile. So if I do 2, that should be 2 miles. And 2 with 30-minute runs would be 2 miles. So an hour of walking is 2 miles. So that's one option. But I want to do something, at least something every day. Just having this thought process and talking about it, it just brings me so much joy, having to get it out. And this just not staying in my head, you know, putting a plan into motion. Okay. So I am going to do something every day. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. No excuses. I did the last 2 days. So today needs to be in some sort of exercise as well. Let's get it going. Okay, so we talked about food, which I'm excellent with. My calorie deficit is just beyond me. It's crazy to think that I was eating how I was eating and not really worrying about what I was putting into my mouth. I mean, even if it was good food, it was overeating. Like, I didn't need to be eating as much as I was eating. Or something not with protein, or something that's too much fat. You know, I wasn't paying attention to any of that, which now I find astronomical, wild. Anyways, so this is going to be, you know, moving forward, videos on my adventures, where I'm at, updates on my workouts, workout videos, food videos, and I'm just excited to, you know, take everybody along for the ride, and those that are interested and those that are on the same road as me, and let's see where this leads. Thank you.